Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So this one from T-Hole Bedict XRP with regards to Boss Revolution Money Transfer. They are accelerating their network expansion through partnership with TerraPay. So that's where the Ripple connection is. Boss Revolution Money Transfer, the international remittance services of IDT Corporation, which is integrated with RippleNet, today announced a partnership with TerraPay, a global payments infrastructure company, to provide Boss Revolution customers with new money transfer destinations across Africa, Asia, the LATAM countries, and Europe. Boss Revolution has begun offering seamless and secure payments to mobile wallets in Senegal and Benin through TerraPay to begin the expansion. Here's a quote, guys. Our customers in the U.S. can now send money to friends and family in Senegal, Benin, and 36 other countries, including over 309,000 points of payment. This coming from Alfredo O'Hagan, IDT's SVP for Consumer Payments. We are delighted to partner with TerraPay as we open new corridors and emphasize real-time payment options, leveraging their extensive platform. The Boss Revolution Money Transfer Service is readily available through the convenient Boss Revolution Money app and its nationwide network of Boss Revolution Money Transfer retailers. First-time users of the app. So guys, if you haven't signed up for it, if you're interested in this service, free at the App Store, of course, by the way. They pay no fees on any transfers up to $300. Boss Revolution Money Transfer is also available online and at any Boss Revolution Money retailer. So this is going to be very enticing, especially for people sending money back home. These smaller size payments, anything up to $300. In a lot of cases, in a lot of countries, that could mean, feeding a family for several weeks, if not longer. So zero fees for these types of transfers, and these guys partnered up with IDT, running on Ripple. Great expansion. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, TerraPay is also a Ripple partner as well. So this would mean that IDT, Ripple integrated, as well as TerraPay, a Ripple partner. The synergy continues to provide cross-border payment solutions for many different people around the world. Wanted to thank T-Hole Bedict XRP for posting that. I saw another one here, guys, from Real XRP Boy here on Twitter. Oh, snap. Now, this has to do with the Central Bank of Brazil, and I don't know if you guys remember back, I think it was June 2019 when Brad Garlinghouse had that meeting with the Central Bank of Brazil. Well, they have actually cited an official Ripple document here, the design. So this is with regards to a description of the design, the evolution of cryptocurrency. So the design has evolved since then, talking about the Bitcoin network. Some components may be replaced in order to enable new implementations of blockchain to add features and achieve goals outside the original Nakamoto design. They go on to say more specifically, in recent projects, blockchains were adapted for working in permissioned networks where nodes are subject to governance policies that dictate who may connect and use it, as opposed to public networks such as the Bitcoin network where anyone is free to connect and use at any time. The proof of work algorithm is often replaced by proof of stake, as an example, and sometimes discarded as it is considered resource intensive and unnecessary for networks of trusted servers. And they give an example there for permissioned blockchains. And the consensus mechanism may be replaced for alternate schemes in order to achieve highest transaction throughput or different levels of fault tolerance. You guys can see here, example, Ripple. Now, it sounded like they were actually taking this from a document that Ripple put out. Don't quote me on that, though. I don't have the actual document here. I just have the screen grabs from Real XRP Boy. But again, from the Central Bank of Brazil, and they have been talking about this for a while now, for several years. Brad Garlinghouse did have that meeting back in June 2019. But, again, Brazil, just another one of those central banks that's interested in running on the XRPL. I don't know if we have confirmation that they are running on Ripple yet. Nevertheless, it's great to see these little tidbits because, we tend to kind of forget everything, the information that we amass over several years. Sometimes there are great pieces of information that even I tend to forget. I mean, you can't keep everything straight. I do this every single day, right? I'm looking up information about Ripple, XRP, the cryptocurrency space as a whole. And so it's great when, we have contributors in the space like XRP Arcade Leonidas, who has a resource available. Here, let me bring it up real quick here. This is Leonidas's website here. Let me just throw it up here. Just another resource where you can, read about the XRP Arcade, for example, markets, Ripple, the Ripple timeline. So he hasn't updated it here in a while. Nevertheless, there is some great information here. I believe the partners, where was that tab up here? The XRP ecosystem, exchange wallets, You can see, was it over here? Partners, Ripple ecosystem. Yeah, it was over here, Ripple ecosystem. All the partnerships that Ripple has amassed over the years. I showed this in a former video anyway. Great to refer back to because there are so many partnerships and they're just growing day by day. So wanted to thank Real XRP Boy for posting that. I also saw this guy's James K. Fillon with regards to what's going on next week and over the next couple of weeks through until the end of August with regards to the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit. So upcoming due dates, August 16th, Ripple's response to the SEC's emergency motion for a discovery conference regarding the Slack communication. So we just discovered that the SEC wants to now scrutinize all of Ripple's employees' Slack communications, and any motion to seal exhibits filed with that motion, we have on August 17th, so these are all for next week. The SEC's response to Ripple's motion for a discovery conference regarding the SEC's improper assertion of the deliberative process privilege, and any motion to seal exhibits filed with that motion. Then finally, by August 31st, so at the end of the month, fact discovery deadline, so that's the deadline for that. And October 15th is the expert discovery deadline. So they have to have all their experts deposed by then. We are waiting for decisions regarding the following. And then he makes a list here, whether the court will hold a telephonic conference to discuss the discovery disputes regarding the deliberative process privilege and the Slack communications. Next, the motion to intervene. The SEC's motion to strike Ripple's lack of due process and fair notice affirmative defense. And the individual's defense motion to dismiss the SEC's first amended complaint. So that is straight from Fillon Law. You guys can follow James K. Fillon here on Twitter. A great resource if you want the late breaking news with regards to the SEC v. Ripple case. And this from the Umbrella Man, SEC Chair Gary Gensler live in Shanghai. Which ones do you think of as securities? He was asked this by a news anchor here. And somebody put this together. I thought this was quite clever. Listen to this.
Which ones do you think of as securities?
It's pretty clear, and the Supreme Court has actually spoken about this many times. If somebody is raising money, selling a token,
start the Ether pre-sale in a couple of weeks. So the Ether pre-sale will be an opportunity for anyone to purchase Ether, where Ether is the internal currency inside of the Ethereum system, sort of like the XRP and Ripple.
And the buyer is anticipating profits.
What we're hoping is that sort of similar to what happened with Mastercoin. If that slice is something like 20%, and then the value of Ether goes up by 5, then we basically have the entire initial BTC that we got all over again.
Based on the efforts of that group.
About 100 people that are working on Ethereum right now.
Myself leading the protocol design.
And we also have branding teams, we have marketing teams.
That fits into something that's a security.
Ouch. So Gary Gensler describing obviously what the SEC stance is as a security in regards to the crypto industry. And I don't know who put this together. Umbrella Man doesn't either. He writes down here, I don't know who the author of this video was to thank you for such genius, but it seems so good to me that it was necessary to share it and not be forgotten. Simply great. Jeremy Ogan also chiming in here. Whoever put this together is a genius. Very, very good observations. Great editing. You know, discussing Gary Gensler's stance on that and juxtaposing that with Vitalik Buterin of Ethereum, clearly stating that everything Ethereum was doing would fall under the securities umbrella. And, you know, of course, we know famously the SEC has not deemed Ethereum a security for whatever reason. And now we have Ripple in court dealing with this battle as well. So great video there. Thanks to the Umbrella Man for sharing that. And this guy's from DJ Peter Vass again with Congressman Tom Emmer. He was recently interviewed. Ripple versus SEC. U.S. Congressman says resolution may have significant implications for the cryptocurrency market. So he just did a recent interview with Thinking Crypto, and Tom Emmer said that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's lawsuit against Ripple would have significant implications for the entire industry. However, he refrained from commenting on the results of the high-profile case since the resolution of the differences between the two parties should remain the prerogative of the court. However, a Minnesota lawmaker believes enforcement action is not the best way to clarify regulation, as many of them do. Back in August of 2020, as you guys may remember, Emmer was one of the most crypto-friendly congressmen, stating that XRP is not a security just months before the SEC said otherwise. And so just another quote from Tom Emmer. Firstly, my position is very clear. XRP is not a security. Okay? So that was Tom Emmer's position back in 2020, August 2020, so about a year ago. And, him being interviewed a year later, he is still stating the same thing. XRP is not a security. When you have the XRP army working tirelessly around the clock to put together, tidbits of information that we find, suggesting Ethereum is indeed a security as per the SEC's guidance or their current guidance, what Gary Gensler is coming out and saying thus far. It is quite comical that they have given clarity to Ethereum. Anyway, just wanted to mention that. And another interesting piece of news here, a little tidbit from Jungle Inc. Wait a minute. The lead attorney for the SEC is now an attorney for BlockFi. So I don't know if you guys remember, BlockFi just recently got sued. Gary Gensler, what kind of criminal syndicate are you running over there? So this had to do with Dugan Bliss. He just left the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission as a senior trial counsel. He was there from September 2010 to June 2021. So this is his LinkedIn page. Now he is an associate general counsel for litigation at BlockFi from June 2021 to present. Now, of course, he's got the chops, he's got the experience. It seems like a logistic move. However, if you think about this in a little more detail, Jungle Inc. goes on to say, so Bliss quits in the middle. Let's not forget, it wasn't at the end of the case. It was in the middle of the Ripple case and takes a job with BlockFi because he knows inside info that the SEC is bringing a complaint against BlockFi. He can negotiate with his buddies at the SEC for a favorable settlement. What does that cost? And Jungle Inc. just retweeting out his earlier tweet here. Interesting, when you think about this, it does make sense. Leaving in the middle of a case is, I don't even know how to put it. I guess the only thing I can see here is that it could be a conflict of interest considering that now BlockFi is being sued and he is going to be lead counsel on the other side while an ongoing case against Ripple is still going on. XR Plumber down here saying, I'm sure corruption has always been something going on in the U.S. government, but now it is open and obvious. They are so dumb they don't realize how easy it is to see, or they just don't care. XRP saying down here, what are the consequences? They don't give a bollocks. Other people chiming in down here to just kind of discuss this as well. So Dugan Bliss, of course, at face value, you look at this, you say, oh yeah, of course he's got the experience to do this. However, he did recently leave the SEC in the middle of the Ripple case. Now he's moving over to BlockFi with that information, armed with new information. Of course, he could cut a deal with the SEC lawyers. He used to work for them after all. Also, he knows what the prosecution over at the SEC has been discussing with regards to the Ripple case. So definitely a leg up there for BlockFi. Is this going to really affect the Ripple case? I don't know. I don't think so. BlockFi is its own lawsuit, of course, but they certainly would have a leg up if, again, it would be one thing if it was a former SEC lawyer that had not been on a current ongoing case, but since this guy literally jumped from this ongoing case now onto another case, the wound is fresh, still open. I don't know if there's going to be anything there that might raise alarm bells. Ripple has so much going for them. I tend not to want to focus too much on the outcome of the case. I want to keep up to date on it because I know once XRP gets that clarity, price is just going to soar. And I don't dwell on it too much because I know all the great things that Ripple is doing outside of the United States. We are seeing growth in many different countries. The partnerships, right? That train still has not stopped. Ripple keeps chugging ahead. Still making lists, right? Most influential fintech companies coming out of Silicon Valley, and that's just one example. And just wanted to bring this to you guys. Matt Hamilton now works for Ripple. Used to be part of the XRP community, a developer in the space. Well, this is him going back to the tropics, just, taking a swim here. Nothing really Ripple related. However, Justin Vargas down here mentioning, is it just me or... All right. The resemblance is uncanny. I don't think I'm going to touch this one though, but tell me down in the comments what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.